Gentlemen and ladies, welcome to UFC 329 Fight Week. Oh my goodness. I know I'm late with my predictions. I'm sorry. I've been a very busy man. I know you guys have missed me since UFC Freedom 250. What can I say though? Justin Gaethje's the champion. Ilia Topuria is not. Conor McGregor is back. How happy can you be? How happy can one man be? How much happiness can one person have? But me, I have a lot of happiness because Conor McGregor is back. What else is there to say? So, boys, we're going to get into it. We've got Conor McGregor, Max Holloway on the card, Benoit St. Denis, Paddy Pimblett, Corey Nerdhagen, and Mario Fluketista. Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh. We got Bobby Queen Green versus Terrence T-Rex McKinney. I really like Terrence McKinney. He's a funny guy. Now on these prelims, we got Robert Whittaker. We got Gable Stevenson. Sussy Gable. We've got Cody Garbrandt. We've got Fluke Riley. We've got Tracy Cortez. We got Wang Kong. We've got Damian Pinas. Damian Pinas. Weirdos. Fareed Basharat got a fight. That's cool. And the rest are great people. LARP time MMA hit my line. Anyways, guys, so we've got first fight of the night, or I'm sorry, other way down here. First fight of the night. We've got Alessandro Costa versus Cody Durden. Alessandro Costa is stepping up on short notice to fight Cody Durden after Ode Osborne pulled out. I don't know why he pulled out. I hope he gets better soon, whether it's injury or whatever. Sorry, bad burp. Hope he gets better soon. Alessandro Costa, great guy, big power, big body shot. Cody Durden, not that great at all. I'm going to save you guys and myself some time, and I'm going to pick Alessandro Costa by second round TKO via some kind of body shot, or maybe he just knocks down Cody Durden and TKOs him on the ground. Alessandro Costa is going to win by finish in the second round. Moving on, we've got Ryan Gondra versus Zachary Reese. I was actually kind of high on Zachary Reese when he got into the UFC, but now I don't think he's good. I don't care about him at all because he lost to Michel Pereira, who sucks really bad, actually. Zachary Reese, big, tall, long striker type guy. Ryan Gondra, this will be his second fight in the UFC, I believe. Right? I think so. I think they have a common opponent of Jose Medina. But yeah, I think this is kind of a difficult fight to pick because they're both very similar strikers, kind of powerful. I'm going to go Zachary Reese by first round KO. It could go either way, exactly like that. First round KO by one of these guys, but I think it is going to be Zachary Reese specifically due to the length. I think Ryan Gondra is going to have a hard time dealing with the lankiness, with the long reach of Zachary Reese. And I think it's just going to be difficult for Ryan Gondra, and I think he's going to get knocked out in the first round. Comeback win for Zachary Reese. Moving on to Fareed Basharat versus John Garza, stepping up on short notice for Ethan Ewing. Kind of disappointing that we didn't get to see Fareed Basharat versus Ethan Ewing. That was going to be a great fight. I was looking forward to that very much. But glad we get to see Fareed Basharat fight against John Garza. Everyone's going to be picking Fareed Basharat by first round submission or something stupid like that. Excuse me. But I am going to go Fareed Basharat by decision. I think Fareed Basharat's good, but he's beating these guys by 29-28, unanimous, or sometimes even split decision. I'm pretty sure the Gene Matsumoto fight was a split decision. And granted, Gene Matsumoto's 13-2, but is he all that good? Robbed Beksat Imacan. John Garza's like actually not that bad. He's got good power. He's got pretty good scrambles from these bums on the regional scene. I don't know what his one loss was. I didn't look too much into it because he's very short notice. I'm pretty sure it's like 5 or 6 days notice for John Garza, but I think John Garza is going to do pretty good, similar to what happened with Ethan Ewing and Malcolm Wellmaker. I think Fareed Basharat is going to have trouble putting away John Garza like everyone thinks he will. So I think I'm going to go John Garza by. I'm sorry. No, John Garza is going to lose, but it's going to be like fairly, maybe not close, but impressive that he survived, if that makes sense. I'm going to go Fareed Basharat by 29-28 or 30-27 decision. Moving on to Damian Pinas. You freaks. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Anyways, Baby Ngannou, him and Atiba Gautier are. But we've got Damian Pinas versus Cesar Almeida. Cesar Almeida, I want to say did he beat Alex Pereira in kickboxing? Or did he like have a war with him? It was something like that. But Cesar Almeida, he's 7-2 in MMA, but he has a lot more experience outside of MMA, like kickboxing and Muay Thai, than Damian Pinas does. But this is a tough fight to pick because Cesar Almeida, he has the craftiness. And I know craftiness doesn't exist as much in the higher up weight classes as it does for the flyweights or the bantamweights or the featherweights or the lightweights. But I'm feeling a Cesar Almeida upset win here. I know it is very, very possible for Damian Pinas to come up in here, knock out Cesar Almeida in 48 seconds. Everyone's going to talk about how he's the next Ngannou, and they're going to give him a ranked opponent like Roman Dolidze or like Marvin Vettori's going to be ranked somehow again, and something like that. Or what I think will happen is Cesar Almeida is going to keep the distance, and then be able to get inside and land the jab or the right hand to the body, or like just like a hook, inside hook, right hand. And I think I'm going to pick Cesar Almeida by decision. It's very, very low confidence. I just don't think Damian Pinas is all that. Like, I don't know, man. I think all these like low number fights on their record, all these coming in from West Africa, Cameroon, or like these Brazilian knockout artists, excluding Larry Douglas. I think he's actually really good. I just don't think these guys are all that good, man. Like Atiba Gautier, I don't think he's going to get it past the top 11. Like I don't see Atiba Gautier beating someone like Abus Magomedov, or I don't see him beating someone like Ikram Aliskerov. Just stuff like that. But I'm going to go Cesar Almeida by decision. Low confidence, but I think it's there. Put $10 on it. Cesar Almeida by decision. I'm sure that'd win you like 50 something. $60 maybe. Who knows? Main event of the early prelims. Tracy Cortez, Alex Pereira's ex-girlfriend, versus Wang Kong, who, fun fact, beat Valentina Shevchenko in a kickboxing fight. Or maybe it was Muay Thai. Something like that. But Wang Kong has a win in combat sports over Valentina Shevchenko, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to pick Tracy Cortez by decision. Tracy Cortez has the wrestling threat, which Wang Kong has shown weakness to in the Eduardo Mora fight. In the, who did she just fight? God, what was her name? There's like a picture of them all bloodied up against the cage, like scrambling. I don't know. But that girl kind of took Wang Kong down, but also Wang Kong took her down. So it could be Wang Kong defending the grappling and piecing up Tracy Cortez. But like Tracy Cortez has not lost to like bums. Sure, she lost to Rose Namajunas, but I think that was short notice. and she lost to Erin Blanchfield, and Erin Blanchfield is like really good. Like, could probably be fighting for a title next, depending on who you talk to. But Tracy Cortez also has wins over people like Jasmine Jasudavicius or whoever she fought at International Fight Week last year. I think Tracy Cortez has this, as much as she is not in the game to fight, I think she's more in the game for the publicity, for the fact that maybe something else didn't work out. I think Tracy Cortez is going to win and beat Wang Kong by decision. I think it'll be close, 29-28. Wang Kong gets the first round. Tracy Cortez comes back in the second and third. I'm picking Tracy Cortez by decision. Moving on to the prelims, we've got Fluke Riley versus Kai Kamaka III. Fluke Riley, you know him. He's Paddy Pimbleth's teammate. He knocked out Bogdangrad in December and then beat Michael Aswell by decision, I believe. And then Kai Kamaka, he beat He beat Dakota Hope. He beat Dakota Hope in March, maybe. Maybe it was on the Houston card. I don't know. But Kai Kamaka, he has kind of, I don't know. I think this is a closer fight than people expect. I think Luke Riley is going to win by decision. Actually, yeah, I think Luke Riley is going to win by decision. Kai Kamaka isn't extremely vulnerable, but I also think Luke Riley's there to be hit in some of these exchanges. Like, I think I watched Bedtime MMA's breakdown and predictions, and he was talking about how Luke Riley throws, I think it's the right hand, or no, he throws a combo. I think he throws a combo, and then his right hand is just down, so this whole side of his face is just open to be hit. And I watched back, and that's happened in a lot of his fights. And I think Luke Riley's there to be hit from that, but I don't think Kai Kamaka is going to finish him like that. And I think that's the only way Kai Kamaka can win, is if he finishes Luke Riley. But I think Luke Riley is going to win by decision, 29-28, 30-27. I think he's just going to piece him up, get in the pocket, get out of the pocket. Whether he gets out of the pocket with bad defense, I still think he can survive. But I think Luke Riley will fairly easily win by decision. Remain undefeated. Maybe even get a shot into the... No, I don't think he'll get a shot into the top 15 at featherweight. Maybe he'll get Josh Emmett next. Or Danny Gay. But... Okay, moving on. Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez. Sorry, my camera's acting funny. Cody Garbrandt versus Adrian Yanez. Cody Garbrandt... Do I think he won his last fight? Yes. Very closely. Kind of stupid with the point deductions. If there were no point deductions, he obviously wouldn't have lost, but of course there are point deductions for a reason. And then Adrian Yanez, I also think he won his last fight, even though it was a draw to Ricky Simone. He beat the crap out of Ricky Simone. But I also saw something, I don't remember from who, but shout out you if you're watching and you know what I'm saying. Adrian Yanez has great offense but terrible defense, and Cody Garbrandt has terrible offense but great defense. Like, he has great head movement, but he doesn't throw. And Adrian Yanez will only throw but has no defense. But that being said, I think Cody Garbrandt is well and has been well on his way out. Adrian Yanez has a 4.5 reach advantage, 4.5 inch reach advantage, and I think that's there for him to TKO Cody Garbrandt up against the fence in like the latter half of round 1 or maybe round 2. I don't even know if Cody can make it that long. Cody has been out of his prime since he beat Dominic Cruz. He beat Dominic Cruz, prime ended right then and there. He got that one knockout over Rafael Assunção, but that's just like it wasn't even a fluke. It was just like Cody hit him once and he went out, which I know that sounds dumb. That's like, oh, you're just a casual, bro, blah, blah, blah. But like, let's be real. Adrian Yanez he has real wins. Like, yes, he lost to Rob Font because of the defense. Yes, he lost to Jonathan Martinez because he's an idiot. I think Adrian Yanez can KO Cody Garbrandt fairly easily. I think Cody Garbrandt is very low level compared to someone like I think Cody Garbrandt would lose to Ricky Simone. I think he would lose to any of the guys Adrian Yanez is fighting. But moving on. All right, sorry. I'm a W editor, best editor on YouTube. My computer was about to die. Anyways, Gable Steveson versus Elisha the Snack Panther Ellison. As much as I want to pick Elisha Ellison for trolls and like gets and shiggles because Gable Steveson is a 3-0, 250 pound. I'm taller than him and he weighs 250 pounds at heavyweight in the UFC. He's got a 74-inch reach. Pretty sure I have a 74-inch reach. This guy is literally me plus about 50 pounds. Without a lot of the allegations and stuff like that. Sorry. Probably. But Elisha Ellison, as much as I want to pick Gable Steveson, as much as I want to pick Elisha Ellison, I'm going to pick Gable Steveson by like first round TKO or whatever. But I think there's gonna be a moment where Elisha Ellison defends a takedown or Elisha Ellison puts like a check hook on Gable Stevenson's face, like that spinning wheel kick that everybody's talking about. But as I want to put like $1,000. I don't have $1,000, but I want to put like $1,000 on Elisha Ellison because that would win me like 50 grand or something like that. I don't know, maybe not that much, but I also want Gable Steveson to lose because I don't like him. He's just not a good person, in my opinion. I don't talk about the politics. I don't talk about I talk about some of the bad stuff, but like, I don't like Gable Steveson as a person. Not a very good person. Whether he's done these things or not, whether these allegations are real, if you were allegated, you're probably not a good person in the first place. But until the day that I meet him and talk to him about something like this, I'm not going to judge him too much. I think Gable Steveson is going to win by first round TKO, take Elisha Ellison down, beat the crap out of him on the ground. Elisha Ellison, please knock this guy out. That's all I want. Moving on. Main event of the prelims, Nikita Krylov versus Robert Whittaker. Sorry. Nikita Krylov versus Robert Whittaker. Closer fight than I was expecting it to be, betting line wise. Robert Whittaker is like a plus 120 underdog or something, or maybe he's the favorite. I don't know, but this is a tough fight for Robert Whittaker. Nikita Krylov, he is powerful for the division. He does have some pop in his fists. And Robert Whittaker is kind of short. Very, oh my God, terrible reach from Robert Whittaker. He is at a 5-inch, no, I'm sorry, he's at a 4-inch reach disadvantage, but he's always been at a reach disadvantage, even at middleweight, to people like Costa and Adesanya. But I do think Robert Whittaker is going to win. I do think Robert Whittaker is going to win by first or second, early second round KO. I think he's going to put like a 1-2, maybe even a 1-2 Robert Whittaker head kick down the pipe of Nikita Krylov, or Nikita Krylov will rush it like exactly like the Dominic Reyes fight. Nikita Krylov will rush in. Robert Whittaker is going to put a left hand on him, drop him, put a right hand on him on the ground, or Robert Whittaker will rush in with that 1-2 head kick. That'll rock him, put him up against the cage, and it'll go like how the Ikram Aliskerov fight went, and he'll just beat him up against the fence until they stop it. I think Robert Whittaker is going to win this fight by KO fairly easily as a good introduction into the UFC light heavyweight division. Robert Whittaker by KO. Locks for the prelims. I'm gonna go Luke Riley and probably, well, obviously Fareed Basharat, but watch now that I said that, Fareed Basharat's gonna lose, and probably Alessandro Costa, Fareed Basharat, and Fluke Riley locks for the prelims. Moving on. King Green versus Terrence McKinney. Bobby Queen Green. He's on a bit of a run. He is on a 3-fight win streak. 4? Maybe it's 4. Daniel Zellhuber, the Canadian guy, Lance Gibson Jr., Jeremy Stevens, and before that, who would it have been? I think it's just 3 then. Maybe it's just 3. And then Terrence McKinney, he's just got a comeback win over Kyle Nelson at UFC Seattle, I believe. This is a difficult fight to pick because, sorry, hydrate or dihydrate, guys. King Green, I feel like he's been 39 forever, but Terrence McKinney, he has every chance in the world to go in there and put a 1-2 down the pipe against King Green, or like a head kick against the guy he'd call it Kyle Nelson. But I also think King Green, he has the crap talking, he has the chirping, but also he has, like, he barks, but he can also bite. Like, he can put the beats on Terrence McKinney in that early second round if it gets there, or at the end of that first round, at the 2-minute mark, he could probably pack up Terrence McKinney. But just off of vibes, I'm gonna go Terrence McKinney, because King Green, he's kind of been bitching on Instagram about, like, I thought we were friends, bro. Then you asked for this fight, bro. Blah blah blah. I don't think that's a good look for him, because Terrence McKinney, he's chill. He's like, yeah, man, we can be friends after. Like, that's kind of a bad look for King Green. And yes, I know he got custom shorts, whatever. I don't care. Freaking who got custom shorts and then lost? Can't think of anyone that got custom shorts and lost. Chimaev won. Those were Tom Aspinall? No, that doesn't count. Did Stipe get custom shorts? No. Sean O'Malley fought Merab in the pink shorts and lost. Boom. That's my comparison. Yeah, but I've got Terrence McKinney by KO in the first. Yeah. Okay, moving on to Brandon Royval versus Lonnie Kavanaugh. Lonnie Kavanaugh, he's 10-1. He's extremely young in his career. I'm sorry, but he got knocked out. He had his first loss of his career in August of 2025, I believe, and then came back as a short notice opponent against Brandon Moreno in February, and then won that fight pretty dominantly, I'd say. He got held against the fence a lot, which is a little concerning, but he beat the crap out of Brandon Moreno, which is pretty good. Brandon Royval, he is coming off of a loss right now to Manel Cap, and he got knocked TF out by Manel Cap. Brandon Royval, I think he's a southpaw. He's a southpaw. He's naturally a southpaw, and never mind. No, he's not. I don't even know. I'm a casual, guys. Flame me in the comments, please. I deserve it. Loner Kavanaugh is going to knock out Brandon Royval in the second round with a uppercut left hook at 1 minute 28 seconds into the second round. So it'll say 3 minutes and 32 on the clock. Brandon Royval is going to get slept out cold by Loner Kavanaugh. I just think Logan Kavanaugh, he has the speed, he has the age, he doesn't have a reach disadvantage per se. He does, but it's an inch. Joshua Van was piecing him up in the pocket, and I think Loner Kavanaugh, he doesn't have the cardio of Joshua Van, but I think he has more pop than Joshua Van. If I watched Brandon Royval get put down by Joshua Van, I think if Loner Kavanaugh catches him like that, he's going out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think there's no way that Brandon Royval is surviving something like that if Loner Kavanaugh is putting it on him. I've got Loner Kavanaugh by KO. I feel like, honestly, if I had to pick a lock, it's this. It's Loner Kavanaugh against Brandon Royval. You guys come get me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive I am positive Loner Kavanaugh is going to win. Okay, moving on to the featured fight of the night. Corey the Nerd Sandhagen versus Mario the Loser Bautista. This is a rematch for those of you that don't know, for all of my LARPers in the chat. They fought in 2019, and Corey Sandhagen won via armbar in the first round after knocking Mario Bautista down with a flying knee. This is kind of a difficult fight to pick because Corey Sandhagen is good everywhere, but Mario Bautista is good everywhere. But Corey's good everywhere, but he's mainly a striker. Mario Bautista is just good everywhere. He's a all right striker. He's a great wrestler. He's an all right grappler. And he doesn't care if he stinks it up. That's a huge factor in this. Corey Sandhagen is always overthinking. He got rocked by Marab. That's a bad look, bro. It's a terrible look, bro. But these next three fights are easily the closest on the card. Easily the closest fights on the card, in my opinion. But I think this is a hard fight for me to pick. I know I'm fence sitting the most boring fight on the card, but I think I wasn't prepared for these picks. Oh my goodness. I'm picking Mario Bautista by decision. That's it. I'm not going back. No going back. Mario Bautista by decision. I think this is going to be like a changing of the guard. Corey Sandhagen has beat a ton of upcomers. He's beat Song Yadong. He's beat Cheeto Vera. He's beat, I think he beat TJ Dillashaw. He lost to Peter Yan. He lost to Marab. I think he'd beat someone like Peyton Talbot. Maybe. It'd be difficult, but I think he'd beat someone like Peyton Talbot. He beat Rob Font. He beat, what's the guy's name? Did he beat Pedro Munoz? He might have beat Pedro Munoz. But I think now it's a changing of the guard. I think it's a Mario Bautista changing of the guard. Mario Bautista had a very close fight with Umar compared to Corey's, where it was fairly dominant in Umar's case. Sorry, guys. But I think Corey, he's not going to put a knee through Mario's head. He's not going to get a flying knee off. Mario Bautista is going to shoot takedowns. He's going to throw that overhand. He's going to throw that shadow boxing at range. Corey's not going to roll for a leg. Mario's not going to get caught in a dead orchid. None of that BS. Mario Bautista is going to win by decision. That's the second hardest fight on this card to pick. Moving on to the co-main event. This, I think, is the hardest fight to pick, in my opinion. Benoit Saint Denis versus Paddy Pimblett. Two top 6 lightweights in the division. This is a tough fight for me to pick, man. As soon as I saw this fight got announced, I immediately my thoughts were, oh, Benoit's going to destroy Paddy, right? Not the case anymore. As much as I think, this is such a hard fight for me to pick. I think Paddy's going to win. But if Benoit can get out of the submission, I don't know, man. I'm picking Patty. I'm picking Patty by submission in round one. Like I don't think they're gonna strike with each other. I think Benoit is gonna shoot a takedown on Patty, and Patty's gonna latch up a guillotine and then switch it to something like he did in the in the King Green fight. And then I think Benoit is going to tap. We've seen him struggle with the grappling of someone like Renato Moicano, and we've seen people like Dustin Poirier get up from these takedowns and then put the hands on Benoit. So maybe Patty can even do that. If Patty knocks out Benoit, that might be bigger than like Max submitting Conor. Is that crazy? Yeah, it is crazy, actually. So that is really crazy. Sorry. I was dreaming. But yeah, I think Benoit's he has really sloppy wrestling. I think he's just going to shoot his head into a submission. Patty has the superior grappling. Benoit might have better wrestling. Patty has the superior grappling. And then Patty's going to latch up a sub and take out Benoit via submission. And now, moving on to the main event of the evening. Conor McGregor making his return after 5 years. 5 years he's coming back. Probably the biggest comeback. If he wins, it's the biggest comeback in the sport. Easily. Versus Max Holloway. Little Evil. You're my Wonderwall. That's why I wore the suit, is because I was going to sing Wonderwall in the intro. Whatever. Max Holloway, former featherweight champion, former BMF champion, just got smothered by Holloway or Oliveira. But anyways, so did I pick Gaethje as a troll? No, absolutely not. I genuinely thought Gaethje was going to win. I would have bet all the money in the world on Gaethje winning. Am I about to pick Conor as a troll? No, because I'm not trolling. I think Conor McGregor knocks out Max Holloway in the second round. I think Conor McGregor knocks out Max Holloway in the second round. I think Conor is going to figure out Max. He's got a 5-inch reach advantage. Okay, let's think about this. Let's talk about the facts. Max fought the first 10 years of his career, or the first 10 years of his UFC career at featherweight, 145 pounds. Conor also fought the first bit of his UFC career at featherweight. Then he moved up to lightweight, then he went up to welterweight, which he knows he knows what that feels like, right? Sorry, I'm taking that gum out. I know Max is going from lightweight to welterweight, not featherweight to welterweight, but let's think about it. Max is going up essentially a weight class. I'd say a weight class and a half, because yes, he fought at lightweight last, but he's a featherweight originally. And I think that's going to have a huge impact on his speed, an enormous impact on his chin. I think his chin just gets worse the weight he goes up. So, you know how he started at featherweight, had a nasty, incredible granite chin, went up to lightweight, immediately got dropped by Justin Gaethje in the second round or something like that. And then goes back down to featherweight, cuts all that weight, gets knocked out by Ilya. I don't hold that against Max, because he got kind of like almost weight bullied because he cut down. And then comes back up, immediately gets dropped by Dustin Poirier in the second round. Maybe third round, I don't know. And then after that, comes back, fights Charles, gets wobbled on the feet in the last, when he points down. Max points down and then gets wobbled on the feet by Charles Oliveira, who knocked out Beneil Dariush and probably some trial class kid in Brazil in the favelas. But Conor has fought at 170, has been not fat, on steroids for the last 5 years, has been off of steroids for the last 2 years, but was on steroids for 3 years, healing his leg, and then was training, has to have been training since early 2023. That's still 3 years. That's only like 2 years maybe that he took off, maybe more. I don't know. I'm not Conor McGregor. There was also the cocaine and the sending pictures, inappropriate pictures to random ladies. I don't know. But Conor McGregor, I don't know how, but he's going to knock out Max Holloway. Is this a pick by vibes after watching that press conference and that face-off? Maybe. Do I think Conor McGregor would come back to the UFC if he didn't think he could win? No. Conor McGregor's ego is too high to come back and take a fight that he doesn't think he can win. And if I'm not even a huge Conor fan. I used to think Max was the best fighter of all time. I genuinely used to, when Max was the BMF champion, before he fought Ilya, Max was my favorite fighter. Now I think he's fallen off. Now I think he's not in it just for the love of the game. I think he's in it for the money. And I think I think Max is going to get dropped by Conor, and Conor has very accurate ground and pound. I think Conor can put the hands on him on the ground. I think Conor can like nail 5 or 6 ground and pound shots, hard ones, and I think the ref will step in. I think the ref is going to be itching to, oh my God, if it's Herb Dean, I'm like sending someone, I don't like Herb Dean in this fight specifically as a ref. Put Mark Goddard there. Excuse me. I think Conor McGregor can put a left hand on Max Holloway, put him down, and then I think Conor can nail some ground and pound down, and then put out Max Holloway, and the ref will step in, and Conor McGregor will win the fight on tomorrow night. That's as simple as it goes. That's as easy as it goes. I was right about Gaethje. You guys remember what I said about Strickland, how I think he has a good chance to win. And I'm saying the same about McGregor and Holloway. Like, McGregor's going to win, man. Like, if you go back and you watch that face-off, you show that to someone who's never seen MMA before, you ask them who's going to win. Oh, it's the fella that threw the glasses on the ground. Yeah, of course it is. It's the fella that slapped his hand away from a handshake. It's the fella that sang freaking Wonderwall by Oasis. You guys are just not ready for this. It's going to be electric this weekend. Tune in. I don't have any sponsorships to tell you, like, use code John Connor MMA. I wish I did. Hit me up if you want to sponsor me on anything. That'd be cool. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. I'm glad I could come back and make this video. I know I've been gone a while. I have a video coming. It should be out probably Sunday evening. Maybe like 12 a.m. Monday. Maybe I'll schedule it for that. But oh my gosh, excuse me. Thank you guys for watching. Get ready. McGregor's coming back, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at John Connor MMA. Hit me up if you have any questions. If you'd like an interview, if you're a fighter, hit me up. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.